Birdie, what happened there? No idea. Hi everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons, episode 37 with me, Sid, and I also have not, I'm just not doing anything right in the right order. I've not set myself onto my recording folder, so I don't know whether I was actually recording. I am. I've got the wrong keys bound. I'm doing everything wrong, so today's going to go well, I've got a feeling. Anyway, I have been a busy boy. So first things first, let's address the elephant in the scaffolding. I cannot make this work with this. Cannot. I've tried it in creative, I've tried every trick in the book that I can think of. That will just not work with that. What it will work with, as long as you use a lever, is a battery charger, which comes in a low voltage battery charger with 4 slots. There is, I believe, a low voltage battery charger somewhere around with, that's also 4 slots. Disabled force charge. Each button, okay. Maybe 4 slots. Amperage 16, amperage 2. Not sure. Oh, that's a turbocharger. Okay, that's why that's different. Is there not a larger one? I thought there was. Maybe there isn't. Anyway, long story short, need one of these. However, you need lithium batteries, and I haven't got lithium batteries because lithium we need the EBF for and all sorts of other stuff. So all of this largely at the moment done for no point whatsoever. Now I can run machines directly off it, and I am recording before I've seen the commentary from the last episode, so there may be something I'm missing, but yeah, that's the thing. So what I did is I went and I put my 9 batteries in there and charged them up to full, and then I went and finally finished sleeping. I went and I took 9 batteries out, put 9 batteries in, charged them up, and then I've done one. So I've actually now got a whole load of fully charged batteries, and I can just swap these out should I ever be in a rush. And it's mainly for things like when I'm recording, so if I want to finish an episode quicker, I can change the batteries. I'm not waiting for several hours for the power to do a job. Okay, that's that. Now, I also have completed 1 or 2 things. I have got the chlorine, my new best friend. Somehow I picked that one up. I obviously didn't have 16 before. 2 large steel fluid cells, 16 salt water cells, or a loop bag. What can I do with the different things? Salt water cell can be used. No, a salt water cell. That's... Don't tell me how to... I can empty them in a fluid canner. What do I want one of those for at this stage of the game? I can't figure this out. It's not telling me what I can do with it. I would have thought I could electrolyze it and get sodium and an empty cell, but not very obvious if it is. Okay, so the large steel cell, let's have a look. Large steel takes 8,000. Well, okay, I think we'll go there. That seems like as good a one as any. We'll have that and some of those and claim and back. Now I also did spot that I have inadvertently, well not inadvertently, I've completed the advanced boiler, and I can have a number of things from that, but I am going for the electronic circuits because they are such an awful pain to make. And I've still got something left on there. What is it? There, I made this, the auto workbench. Now, the auto workbench is simple enough. It's that with some metal. And there's a reason I made this. So I'm going to claim that while I'm at it. That's all done. It's over there. If you didn't spot it while I was pottering around on screen, that's where it is. The reason I made that was I am absolutely sick and tired of making circuits. Now, it's not perfect, it'll do stuff, but things. I've also got the EBF, which I am not completing yet because I've been working on blocks for this, and this is where we're going. We're not going to, I don't think we'll get it this episode, but what I have done is I have made almost everything necessary to make 18 of these damn things. I've spent probably a good 5 or 6 hours assembling all of the parts. Here are the 36 vacuum tubes, which we've got. They will go in there, one and one, and then that will go in there. And it's going to start auto crafting me those, which is fine. It's not fast, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go away, leave that until it's finished crafting these, and I'm going to leave that recipe in there, and I can just keep on piling them in. Right. Now, why is all of this so important? Well, let me just grab you and you for a second. I don't know whether these have reset yet, but we'll find out. The other thing I have also been using is these. Red alloy cable, detect, buy. Tin cable, detect, buy. I've got so many of these coins and I've not been using them. And I think it was not piston. There. Or iron ingots, detect, claim. And they'll reset and everybody will be good and happy. And it just saves me mucking around, having to make things constantly. And where are they? Hang on. Claim, back. Didn't claim them. And back. And there are probably other things. I mean, I've done the pistons a couple of times. The glass is handy. I've not really bothered about leather. I'm not bothered about saplings. I'm not bothered about gardens, clay. There's an awful lot of this I don't need significant amounts of. But, you know, they're there. It's just useful to know that they're there. And that just means that I'm not having to make large quantities of these wires, which is great. So, where are we? Well, if we go over here. Oh, the other thing I've been doing. I keep myself busy between episodes. Is one of the areas that I am constantly finding I need more of is this stuff. That's not what I wanted. So rather than wow, got 2 off of that one. Excellent. That's not quite ripe. Rather than muck around just coming down and harvesting these, I've taken out the reeds because I can get sugar cane from this stuff anyway. And that one's not ripe, that one's not ripe, so pop you in with that. Pop you in with that. We'll pop you in with that. And basically, I'm restocking this side with stick reeds. So both sides of this farm are stick reeds, just to tide us over realistically. I'm probably going to run out of sticks eventually, and I'm probably going to bug me enough to wonder what I'm killing every time I do those. But yeah, anyway, I was going to go on to the last thing. Oh, I've also set another log burn going and all the bits and pieces, harvested some iron, stuff like that, processed some iron. But over here we've got a variety of things. I've got the electronic blast furnace and I've got the 11 heat proof cell machine casings. I've also, if I can get myself back into multi-blocks, I have made the, I think it's the maintenance hatch and the muffler hatch. So those were, and I made a whole load of LV machine halls. So I should have all of those. I've made that and that. What I need is that and these. I've got the makings of those, but I haven't made them yet, which we can't do because this is why I went mad on the circuits. The input bus. Simple enough, it's just an LV machine hull and a chest on program 1 on an assembler. Yeah, that's easy. Oh, hang on. What's that? Or that? Or that? Or that? I don't have any of those. The nearest is probably making glue, which is in a distillery, which goes 8 litres of glue, which is made into refined glue. We can do it in the fluid extractor. We can centrifuge, and we centrifuge sticky resin to make 100 litres. We can do slime to make 50 litres. Is that L? Or you see, that's L. That's glue actually, it's not slime, is it? That's slime to make 50, big one to make 200, 200. We could centrifuge those out. So centrifuge might be the way to go on this one, because we can get different things from different things there. So let me have a look. I've done you, because that was simple enough. That was a motor and some bronze bits, so we can get rid of that. I've done you, that was a thing and a whole load of tools for the maintenance hatch. I've got you and you because I need to make a second one at some point in the future. That's there, and we've done that. So I think I want to make one of those. Basic, I think that's one, isn't it? LV, yeah, one of those. And then maybe let's make a start there, I suppose. And again, we'll run it off of the power in here for the time being, which should be juicing back up again. So we'll probably take it over this side that time next time, and we'll continue trying to progress this to its logical conclusion, I suppose, which is that we get an EBF and I can make aluminium. Now, I did go out into the world and I found a bunch of aluminium brass, so we've got that. That is the bit that needs to go into the blast furnace to make those, and those are needed for getting ready for tier 2 MV. So ultimately we need that, and it will do something. I'm not entirely sure what, but it will do something. Yeah, let's have a look. What do I need for you? I need, oh look, 4 circuits. That's handy. 2 motors, an LV machine hull, which I can make because I've got lots of steel. I haven't got as much steel as I had when I first started, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. I probably need to get another batch going, but I've been running the iron that I processed out of the granitic mineral sand that I used. For whatever reason, those have failed again. While I'm at it, we might as well just, oh, hang on, grab those out. Don't want to back the system up with that if we can help it. That will give me some of that. That will give me some of that. But I really want to get to the point where that production is a lot easier, because I hate them. Hate them with a passion. Hate them. Anyway, let me see about getting this machine hull made. I know I've got 4 up there, but they have got a purpose in life. So, well, if I use those, I'm just going to have to do this later anyway. It's, you know, kind of swings and roundabouts really, isn't it? There you go. So I'll see you in a moment. Alright, so we should be okay to make you. Then we need to combine you with 2 of those. And then with 4 of those, I just need the motors. That's the last bit we need, so I need 2 of those, 8 of those, 2 of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rods, and we're good. I've got the electronic circuits. This is making the last 2, and then that's still in there. Just keep piling the ingredients in as and when I feel the need to make them. Hopefully there will become an easier way to do that in the future, because like I say, I hate them. And there is easier ways. If we actually look at the recipes in the assembler, we can find the right one. You can put in slightly less stuff with some molten lead and it will make them, or with some molten tin and it will make them. So basically solder. So that's a huge step in the right direction, because it takes those. Now those things, I don't know whether the assembler can. Molten redstone alloy, glass tubes, 1 steel rod, some annealed copper wire. That actually you make 4. So I can see that the assembler, which I'm not sure whether you can do them in the basic, but we'll find out, may be the way forward. Right now I need to get 4 rods off of this. Well, I actually need to get 4 rods, because I'm making 2, aren't I? Which means I need more tin cable. Okay. Doop 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 doop. I think I am definitely, well, I know I'm definitely going to have to make an effort to move my inventory to this area, central somewhere for now, or in the future. I'm just spending far too long walking between places. I also want to keep my eye on my crop breeding down here, because I don't want to lose a whole load of stick reeds to weeds, because that would be embarrassing. Are you fully grown? I think you probably are. Hup. Like that one. We don't want them. But we'll take that. And yeah, so it's this kind of crop growing, whilst not actually, oops, that wasn't actually ready, okay. But I did get that double off the other one, didn't I? So this kind of crop growing is in some ways quite useful, because it gives me things to do but while I'm waiting for other things to happen. I know that makes very little sense when you say it in those kind of phrases, but that's what I mean. You know, it's all good stuff. So none of those have spread. Let me quickly check. Well, they're not going to have grown even if they spread, are they? So let's carry on and let's see about this this machine, shall we? I probably need to get some tools as well to plumb it all in, but let's just get the damn thing made first. 4 of those, 8 of those, they become 2 of those, which we can do. That goes and becomes Mr. Motor, and that goes around and becomes that, and then that with a basic centrifuge. Damn it! I needed to go and get tools anyway. I knew I needed that tin wire for something. I suspect I'm going to be carrying a lot of bags around when I get to the point where I can possibly make an anvil now, to be honest. But let's get that made. Not sure whether that's actually a item I need to make for a LV. Oh, there we go. Round and round. Complete. Claim back. That, okay, didn't seem to need any of that. Hydrogen, Damascus steel, glue. That's the one it wants. We need 30 sticky resin or 2 congealed green slime with 3 refined glue cells. Okay, that's fine, and we'll get some glue. And glue cells are made with 100 millibuckets, which is 1 litre, isn't it? Fluid canner. Other way around with empty cells, yep. Okay, we finally have actually picked that up now, that's good. LV loot bag. Dark ashes. And some iron dust. Get rid of that. Right, let me take... I'll just take those because I'm probably not going to need them for long. Have I got any... Is there a way to empty cells? If I want to just vent... Fluid canner. Can you vent the fluid canner? Is there a way to vent it? I mean, I don't like to waste stuff, but these take a bit of making, and right now I don't have as much resources as I'd like to throw away in that direction. Let me have a look. You are thing. Can we left click with a fluid fill, right click to process 1 item per click. Fluid auto output. I just want to vent. I just want to get it out somewhere. I mean, can you put that into... Let me just go and try something. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I believe if I go through my plate bending machine and make myself 2 of those, or 1 of those, and 4 of those, while I am at it, I'll come in underneath here. Bring that out there. Grab 1 of them. That is not a wire. That is a monstrosity. Pop 1 of them up there. You are a low voltage machine, so you will go in there. And you haven't blown up, which is a relatively a good sign, I suppose. And if we jump over here and grab those, and then we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, and 1. That gives us an ultra low voltage fluid tank, which we can place down. Doesn't really matter, we'll pop it there, and we can slosh those in there. Don't know where the other ones went. I did put some into a Tinker's construct tank, so maybe that destroyed them. And then we should be able to... Right, what the hell was I trying to make? Glue, wasn't it? I think. Hang on. We're trying to make refined glue. So centrifuging sticky resin or distilling glue. Well, we can do sticky resin. We need 30 of those. That's one way of doing it. I can either walk all the way back over there, or I can try and harvest the spare stick reeds. I need to go down and check them anyway. So it's as good a way of any, isn't it? Because these two are not used in breeding. That one is not used in the breeding of the breeding. Then neither is that. That one is not used. That one is not used. Of course, it's not perfect. That one is not used. None of those are used. Just because there comes a point where I want to limit how many of these I need to manage. That can go. That's bred but not ready. That's going up. And that I think is a weed. So I didn't get 30 anyway. Of course you didn't. I mean, why would you? Why would it give you 30 of what you need, huh? Anyway, let me go and grab that. I could do it with slime. Maybe I'll go and grab a slime block. I've got some. Yeah, let's use a slime block. And then we can make the things with the things. Makes sense to me. I also need to process up. What should I go with? Just go with the congealed purple. I've got slimy saplings, haven't I? Yeah, I just need to get those planted on the thing they'll grow on, and then we're good. Okay, let's see how this works. So we are going to centrifuge up, and it's working, and it's doing stuff. And first time in about 3 episodes, I think it's bloody worked. And it just happened to be a thing. So we ended up with rubber pulp, which is one of the reasons, and left click with a fluid container to fill the can. So that's 200 millibuckets, not 1,000. Okay. So 200L is actually 200 millibuckets. Can work with that, that's fine. So I need to plant those slimy saplings on slimy dirt, don't I? Slimy mud? I don't think so. I think it's just slimy grass or slimy dirt, and I think I kept a bit of that. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 millibucket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will take 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 8 of those. I don't know how many slimy saplings do I have. I've got 5. Let's just, for now, let us just try this, shall we? Plonk that down here, there and there, just there. We'll do 3. Actually, we'll do 4. Actually, we'll do all 5. And there we go. And we'll let those grow. For now, that's fine. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It'll just have to work. Let's go and put the sticky resin away. Of course, if I can farm these effectively, then the sticky resin that I'm farming down there effectively becomes kind of useless. But not to worry. It's going to take a while to get 3. I think it was just 3 you wanted, wasn't it? And then I'll probably take the 8 empty cells on that one. And that will take us to an empty circuit board quest, which should be you've got the golden lasso quest there, which allows you to do passive mobs like villagers. Yeah, there's. I wonder whether you can still do villagers into emeralds. Yeah, there's a whole load of this one here. The chandelier monster spawning in on your base can be annoying. I don't know what range it has though. Have you ever wanted to show them off? It's an assembler with a flawed diamond, some block of tin, and that. So that might be something, because there's a massive cave system under my base which I would like to have rid of. Hang on. 1. There you go, have the lot. Well, it's a step in the right direction. Be back in a moment. Alright, this should be 3 glue, which should give me 8 more empty cells, and we'll claim those and back. So just out of interest, that is wood pulp, phenolic circuit board, gold wire, a good circuit board. And what is a good circuit board used for then? Used for making a good electronic circuit. Good integrated circuit, okay. If I thought I hated other circuits, I think I've just found out that I hate these even more. Okay, but it doesn't matter. We got that quest thing, and we've got some glue. Now what we needed to do was go back to the multi-block goals and look at the EBF. So the output hatch requires 720 litres of refined glue on program 1. Okay, so let's go and grab some bits. 1, 2, 3 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of those. We should have enough left over, I think, to do a little bit more. And then we've got the basic assembler. So let me just stick 1 in. Hopefully that doesn't stay. It's lost myself. I think it was program 1, wasn't it? Program 1 with 1 of those and 1 of those. I can see that this is going to be a series of rapidly looking at crafting interfaces. Hopefully as we move along we'll get into bigger chunks of automation and pulling things together, so because that's where I find the enjoyment lies. So that is an input bus LV. We need an output bus LV, which is program 2. And we probably need to do that. And then we put in 1 of them and 1 of them. Oh, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, that's the output bus LV, and then we need the input hatch, which is program 1 with 1 of those, and again 720. I only got 560. I don't. Okay, we'll do that. It's fine. Program number 1 with 1 of those and 1 of those. I can't help but think that gives them far too many recipes to play around with. Just saying. Is there any way to vent those? I mean, I suppose if we can get a container that contains partial quantities, that might work. We've got the input, right, so if yeah, they only work in full quantities. We can get those and We can get those and get them emptied while we're at it. That gives me a lot more cells to play with, 35. But how do we make that work? And, oh, hello, we've got our first tree. I don't know whether those are spawnable, but... So we've got you, that's the power hatch that we need to do. I just want to... Doesn't look like it thinks things are spawnable, so that's fine. And I just want to check my reads. Because it's been a while. And knowing my luck, I'm going to have a runaway weed growth if I'm not careful. That one is weeds. That one hasn't done anything. We've got you. Doesn't really matter which we do, as long as we do one of them. And you. Seems to be fine on that side. And you. That is some kind of copper. And that's a weed. And I need more sticks, I think. But luckily you can buy those as well. So right, so we can now start going down here. And filling in the holes. Lovely. Yeah, I am going to need more sticks though. that's without a doubt. And I think, looking at this, how many do I actually need now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 more seeds. Once those are done, it's just a matter of filling in the blanks in the middle. Perfect. And then we've got double the resin coming in. Right, let me see what I need to do next. I'll be back in a mo. Yeah, it fits in the large steel tank, so we can keep our glues and fluids in and then presumably put them in there. That might be easier. These, therefore, are actually... I think I just used the search feature, but I'm not sure still how to use that. So anyway, we need to make the low energy voltage hatch. So we need another LV machine hull, which we have over here. And we need a circuit, which we have in our inventory. So let's just start, because I don't think this one requires any toolage. No. So this requires that and one of those, for starters. It also requires these, which are low voltage coils. We need 2 tin cables. Let's just go and get the various bits and pieces. Well, the stuff we can do, and then we can build the stuff we can't. So, let me have a look. We need 2 cables of tinnage. That quest is reset, so I could actually rebuy them. Wish we could get... I don't like that, you know. Maybe I should take the actual glasses off. That might, if I took those off. Nope. It's still. Maybe I then need to. Maybe I need to take them off and then relog. It doesn't matter. We'll stick them back on for now. He says going back to. Shame they don't render any character. 2 of those. What else did I say? We need the pump, which we haven't got. These are the bit that are interesting. So I need 16 fine steel wire, which we make with an ingot, I think, on program 3. So I need 4 ingots to make 32. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a magnetic iron rod. And before I get carried away, and no fluids. So 2 magnetic iron rods. That will get me those. Let's go and get those. Ooh, hello, got more slimeage growing. They are growing, and I am getting, on average, a greater number of saplings than things. So wire mill. Program, no. Program 3. Yes. Yep. That's the one. Meanwhile, that goes there and there. I love seeing those. That is just a nice thing to see in your inventory. It really is. No. Assembler program 1 with 1 of those and 16 of those. Assembler on program 1 with 2 and those. It's, how do I put it? It's like one of those things. I've said this before. There are certain times when you play these kind of packs, that everything seems grindy, and then all of a sudden things start to fall into place, and you start to suddenly find that certain things that seemed such a pain early doors are less of a pain. I don't think they're ever going to be a full pain. So if I want a brewing machine, I need lubricant. How do I make lubricant? I can make lubricant out of heavy oil, with stuff, or oil with talc, or light oil with soapstone, oil with redstone, in a brewing machine. Okay, and that's an LV device. We can do it in a distillery. Oops, hello. 12 litres of oil on 24 makes 6 litres of lubricant. In a distillery. What else can you use a distillery for? A lot. Okay. Or a bottler, which I haven't got, but still not making the lubricant, is it? A distillation tower, that sounds like a multi-block. Controllable, yeah, definitely a multi-block. And a fluid canner is just going to put them into cans. I think we need to go with the distillery. So I need 2 electric pumps, because I need one for this as well. So let's go and get those underway first. I've got the circuits, so let's have a look. Electric pump. There you go. I need 2 of those. I'll be back in a moment. Made them before, so no point hanging around. Okay, we have a distillery, which should even be, I bought some more crop sticks, should even be another. Yes, it is. Okay, 64 empty cells or 1 programmed circuit. Do I need... blah blah blah, you'll need the circuit to pick which of the products you want. Alright, let's have a look. Programmed circuit. Let me have a look at what's a circuit. Circuit of a programmed variety. 1 programmed circuit. Come on. Programmed circuit is basically one of those. So it's 1 thing, or 60. I'm going to go with 64 empty cells. That is just way and above the better deal there. Okay, so we need 1 of you. I'll stick you on the end. Or do I want to come around the corner? Maybe I do want to come around the corner. It's expensive on the old wire, but it's only tin after all. So if we come around the corner here, like so, we'll pop that down there, and then we'll pop that down there, and that can go there. For good measure, just so it doesn't look too weird, we'll stick that there. And I realise I'm possibly losing some stuff. But with a basic distillery, we should be able to now get some oil, which I just happen to have. A few things I may need to go and get some more, but that's fine. We have got basic oil, so we can make the lubricant necessary to make the next thing. And I think I definitely need more. Now let me just have a look. If I want lubricant, we can get rid of you, we can get rid of you. We can jump back into the multi-tier stuff. EBF, I want that, and I want lubricant. So I need 12 litres, no, 12 litres of oil with a programmed circuit of 24, which you screwdriver. Programmed 24. Whoa. That doesn't hang around, does it? And I need 2,000, and that's going to give me some. I suppose I'd better. Wow, that's quite noisy as well. I have to say that the pre-creation of a whole load of those, absolutely a godsend. I'm going to leave this running while I manage my things, and I also need more oil. Now there is some underneath there, but I think if we have a look at the map, there's a spout there which we could probably utilise. There's definitely a spout there. There's a spout there. There's a spout there. I think that's probably a spout there. Those are obviously the nearest ones. So, yeah, one there, another one there, another one somewhere around there. So, plenty out there. I just need to make sure that I take plenty of food and plenty of vessels to carry the oil back in. So that should be reasonably okay, but I don't want to go until I've got this lot done. And I think we're just waiting on you to trip, you to trip. And that was what I didn't want to happen. So now I need to go. Damn it, that was not what I wanted to do either. That one hasn't tripped over. That one has. That one's not full. I need to. Yeah, if you take your eye off the ball with these weeds, they're bloody lethal. So I'm going to now have to get a second one running up here before I can grow that one in. So I'll get these done before I go anywhere, and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, I was getting all excited thinking I was going to have to go on a little road trip. And then, well, there was enough to get 2 lubricant cells. Now, how many actually did I need for the lubricant quest? Because I'd rather, if I can get glue, is there a lubricant quest actually? H is for hydrogen, sulfuric, light fuel, heavy fuel, naphtha, refinery gas. lubricant. It wants 8. Oh, you get. Do I... Because I've still got... Let's have a look at this. If I go back to the multi-block goals, I still have to make these cupronickel blocks and cupronickel coil blocks. And apparently I need 16 of those. Although, again, it's how... Why do you need 16? Okay, pollution. I'm in two minds whether I am better off to go and make a whole bunch of lubricant cells. Heating coils in the 2 middle layers. So does that mean that the... I don't know, I genuinely don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I do need a whole load of those. So we're not that close. We've got, let's have a look. That's 8. That's another 8. I could always put the refined glue. Let me, no. Right, let me get that out of my thing. I can put the glue in there. That gives me 24 blocks, and then another 4 if I carry them. I've got plenty of food. It's just the... Believe it or not, it is just these damn weeds that I'm worried about now, because I've already lost some. I think we're nearly there, and then we can go on a little road trip and find ourselves... Nope, wrong one. Find ourselves some things. That one still hasn't spread. Damn you. That one became a mushroom. Wonderful. Thank you very much. That is a weed. So I've got 1, 2, 3. 3 left to spread. 3 left to spread. I am going to wait for that, because if I'll come back to a pile of weeds. If I don't, I'll be back in a few moments. All right, 8 lubricant. There's still a bit of oil left, and I've got another 8 of those. I took a trip up to here. That's still there. I haven't, but then I went to grab some from there, because you can't actually put stuff into those from the world or even from seared tanks. So I basically worked with 4 buckets and 2 seared tanks, which was enough for 12. But we got where we needed to be, which means that we now have the LV energy hatch. I am going to stick that in there, just out of the way. That can go out of the way. Oh, we got those back. That's nice. So the last thing we need to start looking at is this cupronickel wire, which is going to be used with aminosilicate walls. Cupronickel wire. We need 8 of those and 12 of those to make 1 of those. Cupronickel wire, I think, is pretty straightforward. That's just a alloy, and we can make you in the alloy smelter with copper. I think you can just do it with plain copper and nickel, so it will give us cupronickel. This stuff, because the other thing is this mica insulator foil. Now we ain't getting mica, because it does say, if we look in there, let's have a look. Otherwise, yeah, there's a bit about this in the getting mica for the heating coils might be a little tricky, but you can use a substitute for the first tier of coils, and that is this alumino silicate wool, which is made with sapphire dust and silicon dioxide dust. Sapphire dust we're going to pick up, or we're going to mine sapphire in in the presumably, I think the things. Now let's just go back to that again, because I was looking at the silicon dioxide you make with centrifuging flint dust. That's easy enough. So it's going to be the sapphire dust, and let's just go and have a look how we are there. But I am conscious of time. We are getting close to the end of this episode. And while I was away, I used a simple expedient. In fact, I ought to go and do that now. The simple expedient of I took up the crop sticks so they couldn't weed while I was away. But I have now put them back, and they have formed two incorrect crops and one that hasn't taken yet. I'll just eat that Brussels sprout. Every now and again when I go out, I eat raw ingredients, which don't give you a lot of food, but it resets all of the food counters for all of the stuff that I have got that does give me more food. So yeah, little cheeky hackery of the thing. Right, what was sapphire? Was it sapphire? Ruby, green sapphire ore. I've definitely found it then, and I think that will be in the twilight. Pyrochlorapatite. I don't think I've got anything else that is going to help me there. Calcite, cobalite. Yeah, I think I am going to need sapphire ore. The sapphire ore, which is in the twilight, or green sapphire ore, which is in the twilight. So either of those will work. I think next episode we're going to head out to the twilight to get those done, but we are really hammering getting close to this EBF. Now, whether I'll be able to run it, I have got no idea. Whether I'll be able to even figure out how to actually assemble it, because it's not the most intuitive things, but that is a hell of a lot of stuff, and we have now got quite an impressive array, or at least I think it's impressive at this stage, of machines. And, you know, we can do quite a lot of the centrifuging, so I can have a look at the recipes in there, see what we can use. And yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Bye for now.